The doctor said I may never ride again, and this bike is the problem. Okay, that's total horse crap. I'm Kyle with Dirt Bike Channel. I try not to make the channel about me. Most of the time I'm trying to like show you bikes and show you products and things. But every once in a while, things happen like this. And I've had a bunch of people just say, hey, you need to tell people what's going on. So here's what happened. I'm filming this video, what is this? This is December 16th. By the way, you can enter to win this bike. I'm giving this bike away at the end of the year. So right now you can enter to win this bike, the 2025 Factory Edition. Sick bike. Go to my website, dirtbikechannel.com if you want to get entered. But basically on November 1st, I was running in the park playing tag with all the kids. We had teenagers on from 17, 18 on down to 5 years old, nieces, nephews, kids. And I hurtled full running, full speed, hurtled a slide and came down on this ACL, popped the ACL immediately, tore the meniscus. I waited for a few weeks for that thing the swelling to go down and everything, and then I had the ACL replaced. 7.5 years ago, I did this ACL on this side, tipping over on a trials bike. This time I did this side, running and playing tag with the kids. So I had I've had both ACLs reconstructed now, but with this one, there was a meniscus tear. And so they had to put some stitches in my meniscus, and that's made this process, this recovery, way worse because there was much more swelling. So they redid the ACL. We used a cadaver graft this time. Last time I did a hamstring graft, but I'm 44 now. So we did a cadaver graft for that ACL. But he also had to put a couple stitches in the meniscus because it was torn, medial meniscus or something. There was a lot more swelling and a lot more blood. My leg was black and blue. It drained down to like, there was even like some bruising down by my heel and everything. I'm 3 weeks out of surgery today, and the bad part about that meniscus is it's okay to put weight on the joint there. I guess you can see it here. It's okay to put weight on the joint. I can stand on it, I can do all that stuff, I can walk, but I have to be in a straight brace for 6 weeks. So it's made going up and down stairs challenging, it's frustrating. It's made a lot of things pretty frustrating. But they don't want those joints to be bending. So I can put weight on the knee, but not weight while it's bending, because they want to get that meniscus to heal up and actually grow back together where they've stitched it. And so it's been frustrating. And I've been trying to get my quad is now almost fully activated. When you have that much swelling and that much trauma in the knee, it basically deactivates your quad and your hamstring. And so I've spent the last 3 weeks trying to get that back. And my knee finally, the swelling has gone down to where just in the last couple of days, it still looks like a knee. And so I'm getting control of that knee back. But this is a frustrating process, man. The last time I did this one, I was back up and going, and I was doing all this, physical therapy and range of motion work and starting to get strength back by using my rowing machine, my ski erg. I was on the stationary bike. This time, I've been working on getting the range of motion as far as getting the knee flat on the ground to where it's locked out, but then only bend it to 90 degrees. And so I can take the brace off here and just kind of show you a little bit. And this is just for those of you that maybe have had an ACL or gonna have an ACL. See, I can bend it slowly, and the doctor doesn't want me to bend it more than about 90 degrees right now while that meniscus is healing. And so the trick is getting your range of motion and then being able to lock the knee out all the way down to where it's completely locked out like the other one can do. And it hurts, and it's been hurting less and less each day. But that's been frustrating. It's frustrating because haven't done a lower body workout since Halloween. October 31st was the last day I did that. And then the next day, November 1st, is when I tore this sucker. And so during that time of trying to get all that, everything healing back up, I haven't been able to do any leg exercises. I still have been trying to keep up on some upper body stuff because being fit is important to me, but it's been hard to do cardio. There's very, very little cardio you can do when you can't bend your legs. The doctor doesn't want me doing anything on a stationary bike other than just range of motion while that meniscus is healing. So I can't do a stationary bike. I can't do my rower. A skier, I've tried the ski erg with the brace on, and you can kind of do it, but not really. And so anyway, we're just working on the rehab, and I've got at least 3 more weeks in the straight brace, and then we'll see what happens after that. And then it's like the long road of getting the joint, getting the quad back strengthened and the hamstring strengthened, and get all the things working again. And it's been frustrating to just watch my lower body just kind of like go away because I haven't been able to work it. And then it's a wild thing to not be able to activate your quad, like your quad muscles. And so this leg just feels dead. It's been mostly dead, and it's coming back a little bit, like the muscle is coming back now that the knee is swelling. It's just like the real tricky part with this. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm not a big time, like I don't want to make this about me. I posted like a picture on my Instagram or two. But if you're having an issue, and if you had an issue and you want to just talk about it, now I've done both sides. This one was I was 37-ish, 37 when I did this knee, and now I'm 44 when I did this knee. And I had such a great experience with this one. Like this knee was straight up. After it was reconstructed, it was straight up better than the other side. After I got about a year out, I could tell it was a more stable, a stronger joint than the other side. This time, and so I just wanted to try to recreate that. It's going to be a little bit different because of the meniscus deal here, but I don't know. I'm hopeful. It's been, in the last 3 weeks after surgery, I've been more sedentary than I probably have been since I was an infant. And I don't like that. That's been hard mentally. But, just trying to stay strong. I will not ride this bike anymore, and like, we'll probably do another giveaway in March. I won't ride that bike at all because I won't, you don't get cleared. They want you none of those crazy activities for about 6 months if you're a regular human. So the last time I did it, it was 6 months off the bike and everything. And so I focused on getting in really good shape. And since that time, since this knee, then about three-ish years ago, I'm like, hey, I want to build some body weight, build some body mass. So I started doing more resistance training, and I gained about 22 pounds of muscle. So that's where I'm at now. I weigh 180. I haven't weighed myself since this thing happened because I've been scared that I'm going to lose weight, and I'm sure I have. But I got up to where I was, around 180, because prior, the first many years of this channel, I was 160. And then I lifted, ate like crazy, and got up to 180. And so I'll probably pop back down a bit, at least to 175. Hopefully I don't dip much below 175 through this process, but then have to work the legs back up and get them strong. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. So I know this is just kind of a boring video, and most of you will never watch this. YouTube won't show it to very many people. But if you're still watching, thank you so much for your support. Like, this is the way I've supported my family, and it's you guys using the links to Rocky Mountain ATV, and you guys supporting the giveaways, and that's how this has worked. So I don't know how much longer I can do it, because I haven't ridden as much as I wanted to, and now, I got to ride this bike in October, about 10 days or so before this whole thing happened, and then it's been off the bike. So that's what's happening. If you have questions and you want to like chat about what's happening, maybe you had a similar injury or you're going to have an injury. I mean, you've had the injury and you want to know what to expect. We can just kind of chat it through. There's a number on there's a contact form on my website. I'll probably pop it up right now, where we can schedule a call. I do a lot of calls with people, helping people understand what to buy in this sport, because so many of us used to ride dirt bikes as a kid, and then our 20s hit and life hits and we have to quit. And then sometime between 30 years old and 65 or 70 years old, we want to get back into the sport. And so I have a lot of calls with people, helping them kind of understand what bike to buy based on their area and what they want to do. Because where you live and what you want the terrain you want to ride is going to play a massive factor in what bike you should buy. So I love having those calls with people, and even helping you out with like, what helmet should you buy and what boots should you buy and all that kind of stuff. I can just kind of cut through some of the bull crap for you. So anyway, thanks so much for your support. If you want to have a call, you can just, schedule a call on my website. And if this is the last video that you see before Christmas, I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. This is our first Christmas in this new house. Sold my house and sold my shop. I'm super sad about that. but we're here in this new house building up new memories, and this is just part of my garage. I have to back my truck out, and because my truck usually sits right here. So I back the truck out and I'm freezing. I have a space heater going. This thermometer says it's 63 right now, but I think it's actually dropped more into the 50s. So anyway, hopefully I can get a better thing set up for us to do some videos and do some working on bikes and stuff here soon. But anyway, love you guys. That's an update on me. I never want to make it about me, but enough people asked that I'm like, well, I'll just do a little video and then people can see what's going on. So this is what it looks like 3 weeks out of surgery. I'm a little over 6 weeks out of the injury. And yeah, but I can walk around. I'm just peg leg. Like going up and down stairs is slow because it's just like go down, collect, go down, collect, go down, collect. So I can't, and even upstairs is hard, downstairs is harder because anyway, don't want to bore you with it. I'm Kyle with Dirt Bike Channel. I give dirt bikes away. If you haven't got your entries for this sucker, go ahead and do that. You can use my links to Rocky Mountain ATV, and then anything they sell gets you entered to win this bike. The last 5 days of the sweepstakes, which will be December 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st, we'll be doing double entries. So that's a lot of times when people will get in on this sucker. But this is a sick bike, factory edition. This is the coolest bike that they've ever made as far as for the enduro segment, and I'm on record saying that. So it's gonna go to a really lucky home, and I can't wait to find out who wins the bike. So anyway, love you guys, and until next time, leave a single track.